go back to the glory days, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I think we're a long way from that, to be honest. But I mean, focusing on Tadej Pogacar, Vingegaard, obviously, it feels a bit like the battle is over. We're only on stage 14, but obviously, we've seen Tadej Pogacar absolutely run rings around everyone, and even in the time trial yesterday. But Visma Lisa Bike's tactics have obviously been under a lot of scrutiny this whole tour. Obviously, it's hard when you don't have the strongest rider. They were saying very boisterous that they had the strongest team at the beginning of the tour. But I mean, crumbling here. I mean, Matteo Jorgensen crumbled. They had two riders out. This satellite rider strategy seems like they've been trying that all the time, which is kind of like, guys, you need to mix it up a bit. And Jonas Vingegaard didn't really have too much. Okay, it didn't matter at the end because it was mano a mano. But yeah. Simon Yates looks a bit depleted. Sepp Kuss was fairly good, but Matteo Jorgensen obviously really falling out, and that's a big shame. So it's all kind of blowing up in their face, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit. And it's obviously strategy, but it's also, well, from my point of view, really, I think Jonas really is scared of him. I don't think mentally he's there like he was in 2022 and 23 when he annihilated him back then. He just didn't have the physicality, he had the mentality to win. I don't think he has it right now. The only man he fears is him. Because, like I said, at that last bit when they're about to go to the end, he just hesitated and then just let Pogacar fly past him like it were nothing. It
Yeah,
just seems to me, yeah.
he didn't even go like he wasn't aggressive and like kept on going. He was kind of like taking it easy and like the clock stops at the finishing line.
Mhm. And Pogacar as well just seems chilled out, like he's just not bothered. But then again, when you have a 4 minute lead and and you're now on stage 15 tomorrow, I don't think he probably would care so much, considering tomorrow it's only half the altitude anyway. So it's gonna be a lot easier. He's obviously riding this out a little bit to the rest day now, definitely, considering tomorrow will probably be a lot easier. Yeah, it's just all in his head, the strategy in his head now, just to chill out and wait for the next final week to come. We all know that's going to be hell. Got quite a few mountain stages, and we got the ultimate one we've been waiting for as well. One, two, obviously, as well. Expect fireworks on there because it's obviously just a straight line the entire stage, and it just goes whoosh, and then that's probably when he'll just pounce.
Yeah, I think Tadej Pogacar is certainly going to try and avenge when he was dropped last time. I mean, it was dropped. I guess it was, but maybe
But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough then, though, wasn't it? Because Jonas was only like 5 minutes down. He was the only last hope for them to do anything. But he made a point that year, and then he came back and destroyed him. But then because Jonas has destroyed Pogacar twice now, he obviously, after that second tour when he lost, he had enough of losing against him. That must have been a moment when something just cracked in Pogacar's mind, because that's just what makes him so near invincible. His mentality of winning. It's like a Michael Jordan syndrome. Well, he's just got that. I call it Michael Jordan syndrome because everyone said he was mentally ill because all he ever wanted to do was win. And it's the same situation as that. All Pogacar wants to do is just win, but not just win. He wants to take everything from everybody.
So literally the cannibal Eddie Merckx.
Yeah.
That's going to be the clip. You say Tadej Pogacar mentally ill. That's not what he said. It was, yeah. But I mean, looking at that top 5, top 6, that's getting very interesting as well. Yeah, obviously Roglic moving back into the top 6. Oscar Onley in there doing a brilliant ride. This guy who, at first when he came on the radar of many cycling fans, he was about 19 in the Tour of Croatia where he finished second to Jonas Vingegaard on a couple of stages. And here he is, 4th place in the Tour. And Lipovic as well, breath of fresh air. He's looking like he's the main guy to potentially take the 3rd spot and the white jersey. So maybe the talk of Remco going to Red Bull Bora-Hansgrohe is going to completely be silent after this, because why do you need Remco Evenepoel if you have Florian Lipovic?
Like, it is a breath of fresh air. It's something that we probably didn't expect too much, because people don't really take like the Dauphiné seriously in what the results will be in the Tour, obviously, but he did come 3rd in the Dauphiné, and it's a great breath of fresh air for Germany as well. We don't see much riders in the GC as much anymore, not like in the days of Jan Ullrich, obviously, but yeah, it's a breath of fresh air because of the podium. Who knows? Who knows what might happen with the podium now, really, if I'm honest with you. And the future's looking bright for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. And never mind Renko. Why do they need Roglic. Say that.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing good in sixth place, but he's not. I think whatever they're paying Floyd Lipovic is not even a tenth of what they're paying him. But I mean, other riders as well. Ben Healy, I mean, we saw him win the stage, then come into the yellow jersey, did very well to kind of honor that jersey. And back in the top 10, I was really surprised by him. He's doing a very, very good Tour de France, and EF Education Easy Post are really going to be super excited by his ride, I think. I always saw him as more of a classics one-day rider, but who knows? I mean, now he has the taste for Grand Tour racing. Now maybe you can try and get some top 10s in the Giro or even in the Welter.
Yeah, definitely. Jonathan Vaughters is going to be dancing about today. Very, very vehemently. We know what he's like. He can be very animated when things go his way. So it's definitely a good day for him and EF, of course. And it is a surprise. Yeah, like Ben Lee was doing so great just being in the Maillot Jaune anyway. But all of a sudden now he's able to climb up these alpine slopes better than most people that beat him in the past. It's just like, what have they been feeding him? What has EF been feeding him right now is the question, isn't it?
They gave him 4 Weetabixes instead of 3 and their breakfast in the morning.
I remember those days. Like even my teacher used to say that. My PE teacher said that, can you eat 3? Exactly.
I mean, yeah. Also with Carapaz not being in the race anymore. Didn't actually start the race, and that was kind of the guy they were going to fall behind. So I think it's a very helpful emergency plan that they've got with him. But I mean, other riders, Tobias Harry Hansen doing very good as well. Looks like Uno X could potentially be on the cards for that. I mean, that 10th place is not quite a close battle, but it's Jordan Gigard, Carlos Rodriguez, Ben O'Connor. I mean, Ben O'Connor is about 7 minutes down, so he needs something to really go wrong for the 2 others in front of him. But the top 10 certainly looks interesting, and it's changing every mountain stage. It's not really status quo, but Remco Evenepoel dropping out, Matteo Jorgensen dropping out. Big casualties in terms of the GC there. The green jersey, we saw a very boring intermediate sprint, if I'm honest. Almost like it was scripted. We've talked about the green jersey quite a lot, maybe more than we've ever done. But yeah, Jonathan Milan taking that, and then Mathieu van der Poel second, and Biniam Girmay third. And then obviously Tadej Pogacar taking points at the end of the stage as well. Tadej Pogacar was critical of why there's green jersey points available on a mountain stage. We can all agree with that. It is seen as more of a sprinter's jersey, even though the true meaning of it is the most consistent rider over the Tour de France. But I mean, it should be a sprinter's jersey anyway. So I completely agree that it shouldn't really be